Today we're going to be looking at some of the most popular wheels from MOZA, the ES, CS Pro, KS Pro and the big boy TSW. First let's have a quick look at the different sizes. The KS Pro comes in at 300mm, the ES is 11 inch, the CS Pro is 13 inches and the TSW is a whopping 16 inches. Let's start off with the ES that comes with the R5 bundle. Even though this is entry level, it's still one of my favourite wheels. Now comparing this to its bigger brothers, it's not on the same level, but comparing to what I came from, it's a big upgrade. You've got a nice soft kind of artificial leather feel on the rim, the paddles on the back are a little bit clicky, and then on the front you've got a range of buttons and the RPM indicator. Now like I said, this wheel comes with the R5 bundle and you can get that for just over £350. So considering that you're going to get a direct drive wheelbase, a set of pedals and a wheel, we can't really pick this wheel apart because it's pretty good on price. The one improvement that I would like, if it just came with a slightly bigger rim. I just wish it had 1 more inch, which would make it a much better wheel. One thing that you can do with the ES is you can take off the rim and replace it with a larger third-party rim, or if you want to play Formula 1, you can get the Formula 1 mod and put that on there instead. So what rating would I give the MOZA ES out of 10? Considering the price of the bundle altogether and the build quality that you're getting, then I give the ES a solid 9 out of 10. Would I recommend that you buy this or look for an alternative? If you're just starting out with a direct drive wheelbase, then yes, definitely, go ahead and get it. The CS Pro is designed for touring and rally sims, so if you play the likes of WRC, Assetto Corsa, Forza Horizon or any sim that has 2 or 4 door cars, then this is for you. It's a big step up from the ES, and on the front you have a customizable 2.99 inch display with more buttons, thumb wheels and rotary dials that I know what to do with, and the rim is covered by a hand stitched microfiber leather grip. On the back it comes with 2 more buttons and 4 magnetic paddle shifters that are made from forged carbon fibre, and these can be extended to 6 with space for 2 smaller paddles. The build and finish is the high quality that you'd expect from MOZA, with everything feeling solid and premium and lots of carbon fibre on display. The 2 things that I would change on the CS Pro are the display and the rotary dials. I personally would prefer no display on this type of wheel, and I would get rid of the 4 rotary dials on the bottom, keeping just the 6 buttons. What rating would I give the CS Pro? Overall it's a really nice wheel, but I feel like it tries a bit too much and the front is a bit too busy. I've found that there's not a lot of space to fit your hands through the wheel to get to the quick release. So when you want to change wheels, it's a bit of a pain, especially if you have quick release wall mounts where you can't reach through the wheel and you can't reach behind it either. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Would I recommend buying it? If you're a person that likes the display and the wheel, then for £319 I say it's a good buy. If you're not that bothered about display, then I will go for the RS V2, which is currently on sale for £359. Next, let's look at the KS Pro. This is primarily for GT, but can also be used to play Formula 1 and single-seater sims. Similar to the CS Pro, the KS Pro has a 2.99 inch display and buttons crammed into every space possible. There are also 2 extra buttons on the back alongside the 4 magnetic paddle shifters, which are also forged carbon fibre. It's also the same price at £319. The rim has a TPE grip which feels really soft and smooth in hand, and the thumb placements are perfectly cut out for a solid grip and easy access to the buttons and dials. If I had to pick a point of improvement, then I would remove the top 3 dials, move the 2 buttons out towards the side and double the screen size. The screen is crisp and clear, but it's definitely on the small side. So having a screen like the FSR2 would make the KS Pro a 10 out of 10, but with a smaller screen, I would give it a 9. Would I recommend getting one? Definitely yes. This is my go-to wheel for Formula 1, Assetto Corsa, Le Mans and many more. Unless you are only going to play single-seater sims, then I will get the KS Pro over the SFR2 to give you that greater flexibility. Finally, the TSW, and it's pretty obvious this one's for trucking sims. At 16 inches, it's a big wheel, and this is just what you want for getting more of that realistic feeling when driving sims like ETS or ATS. You can get this as a standalone wheel for about £219, or as a bundle with the R5 and SRP light pedals for £449. On the front you have an RPM indicator, 14 backlit buttons with 2 joysticks and 2 thumb wheels. With an internal frame made from aluminium, it feels both solid and premium. Is this wheel going to get a 10 out of 10? It's just going to fall short with a 9.5 because there's something missing. Whilst it does have a dedicated horn button, this big panel in the centre should be where the horn is. This is an easy recommendation if you play trucking sims. Without any hesitation, I would 100% say to get the TSW. And that's the 4 popular MOZA wheels covered. When my collection grows, I'll come back with some more comparisons, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss them. Thanks for watching.